Rain went away. Defects are back another day.
Bang, bang.
What is up, Defects? We missed you on a Monday, but we got you on a Wednesday. We pumped ourselves out of the water situation here in New York. This is getting a little deep, all right? But we had to bring you some news this week. We had to bring you an extended cash or trash. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. So before we get into all the fun, let's say what up to the boys. A freshly shaven Guy Forge.
Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, the defects keep on moving. Good to be back. What's up, everybody? This is gonna be a fun one. We got a jam-packed show. Even though there's shit out there, we still got stuff to talk about. So kudos to that. What up, Butch?
Boys, what is up on a Wednesday? Didn't we used to do this on a Wednesday?
Yeah.
We used to do this every other Wednesday.
Yeah.
So guess what? Old times are back today. A lot to talk about. I know everybody thinks we're that big, bad, negative channel. So a lot of shit to bash again for like the 8th week in a row. So let's get to it.
But we're going to switch it up this week. There's going to be forced positivity. All right. Guy Forge is taking care of that tonight. And there's some good stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be all negative. I know some of you feed on the negativity. I see Jay over there. He wants it. He feeds on it. But we have some good stuff to talk about. No question about it. So thanks for showing up this week, because last week I wasn't sure if anybody was coming back. Gary in the chat.
Fucking hear it.
Actually, Gary, I got to send this to you real quick. So we're going to do things a little different order this week.
Wait, hold on a minute. Before you even go on there, Dark Fluke has a good point. Instead of cash it or bash it, we should just have bash it or trash it nowadays. How does that sound, Chet? Yeah, bash it or trash it.
Right. Oh my God. No, it's gonna be fun though. Guy Forge has new rules for us for an extended cash it or trash it this week. So it's gonna be interesting. Okay.
I have new rules.
You got new rules. Apparently you're only allowed. Didn't we talk about this? Didn't you say like you can only use?
You're only allowed to trash 3 things.
You're only allowed to trash 3 things out of I don't know how many guys got. So
this shit sounds communist to me.
Well, you gotta show where the real hatred is versus just like partial. That's how you gotta look at it.
You can't just blow your load, Jay.
Can't blow your load. You gotta save it.
We'll see how that goes.
Speaking of blowing your load.
Whoa.
First up, guys, it's everybody's favorite and best presser, your presser's presser. Erod 212 at Express Comic Book Pressing for all your pressing and cleaning needs. Defects 10 get you 10% off. Not only that, Erod's nice enough to pass along his discount from CGC and CBCS. So hit him up. Tell him the Defects sent you if you want the best in the business. And of course, it wouldn't be a Defect show without everybody's favorite beaver, Mutant Beaver Comics. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. One of the world's largest online retailers for exclusive comic books, shipping worldwide. Tell Pat and the B-Man the Defects sent you.
Worldwide. I don't know why guys fucking threatening us with scissors, but either way. It's going to be a fun show.
I'm opening boxes. Right. We're doing unboxing tonight, too.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy. And look at this right off the bat. A $5 super chat from our boy Crow's Nest for Guy's new razor.
Oh, okay, hold on. I got another sponsorship. I always come out with these funny stories like the Ewok in the bathtub. This is along those lines. So.
Oh, wait. Before you go, is this did this just happen like 10 minutes ago?
No, this happened on Sunday.
Oh, this wasn't the one thing we just talked about.
No. So I have a new product coming out, guys. I made my own hot sauce I made my own hot sauce on Sunday, and it was so goddamn hot. That night I went to bed and I had hives on my ass. That's how hot it was. So I got to thinking, right? It was
How
delicious.
Those things go together.
So
Yeah.
here we go. Ready? Hives on your Heine hot sauce coming soon. Mass production.
Yeah, you
By
better,
the Butcher
you better.
105.
You might want to hold off on that mass production.
I gotta be honest.
What
that
about
just sounds like,
ass production?
that just sounds like an STD. I mean,
Monkeypox.
wow. All right. So communism, blowing loads, and forced positivity. Sounds like a PD live show to me. Ethan
there you
H
go.
nailed it right there. So we're just going to start off with the headline. Usually the headline we leave to the end, but we want to get this out of the way, kind of. Some of you are probably looking at the title like clickbait, San Diego Comic-Con leaks. They were debunked, but were they? Okay. So we're going to show you the leaks that came out. We were supposed to show this on Monday. They came out, I think, on like Friday. Somebody sent it to us on like Wednesday. It became mainstream like Friday, Saturday. And then channels started making videos and saying it's not true. But that's an overgeneralization. So we're going to break down the leaks and say which ones we think are true, which ones we think are false, and which ones we think could be true, but just not at San Diego Comic-Con. Sounds about right, boys?
Sounds about right.
Okay. So, because some of these, I think, definitely have some legs, but let me bring up this slide real quick. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it, so we'll take them one at a time, and we'll just we'll dissect them and we'll figure it out. So, first one off the top. This was a leak that was on Reddit, and like some of you may have seen this, some of you may not have, but you guys didn't get the Defects breakdown of it yet. So, there you go. First off, Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds will be in attendance to announce the next Deadpool movie, which is entitled Deadpool 3. Director Sean Levy will send in a video. Okay, so who wants to start? Is it true? Is it false? Is it true, but we're not going to see it at Comic-Con? Who wants to take it?
I'll take this first. I think we do see this at Comic-Con because I don't think this is Disney D23 ready. So if I was a betting man, if it were to happen, I think it does happen at Comic-Con.
Sounds pretty good. Guy Forge?
I don't think you'll see exactly this. Do I think you're going to see something from Deadpool at San Diego? Yes. I think it's been talked about now and almost to boredom. Like, okay, we get it. It's coming. It's going to be rated R. We understand it. Okay, so show us something. So that's where I'm sitting. They better show something. So I don't want to wait any longer. I've been hearing about it for over a couple years now. So
Okay. So I took the layup one first, right? And I'll say this now. So just to go over it again, we know Marvel Disney is going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. They have a 1 hour Hall H event. Now we know last time they were in Hall H was 2019. Massive announcements. Huge, right? Basically set up what happened in 2021 with the spec market. Is basically that announcement that day set up everything. Okay. So we're only getting an hour this time. Okay. And don't forget, a month and a half later, we're getting the D23 special. So we know some of these things have to be announced at some point, but I think Jay made a very good point, and so did Guy. Jay's point of this isn't going to show up at D23, and Guy's point of there's been so much smoke, we need to see a little bit of fire. I think that this one makes sense for a quick 5-minute something at San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm with the boys. I think we get something here. Okay. I think there's a high probability there. All right. The next one I think is pretty much a slam dunk. Black Panther. Throne will be present and bring the first trailer for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I could see them doing some type. I'm going to jump in first. I see them doing some type of tribute for Chadwick Boseman, and I think you could take it to the bank that we're getting a Black Panther 2 trailer, right?
100%.
100%. I couldn't agree with Justin Shannon more. I don't think we're going to see much at San Diego Comic-Con aside from She-Hulk and Black Panther. They only have an hour, and that's what the rumor is. That's what's going around online. That's what the buzz is. I'm just hoping to see a little more in an hour. I mean, how much Black Panther could we get and She-Hulk in an hour? We already got a ton of She-Hulk, right? So I'm hoping we just get a little bit more. Maybe throw Deadpool in there, or whatever. Who knows? Fantastic Four, everything like that. I think they're saving for D23, but we will see, I guess.
100% agree that we know the two things we're going to see, but I feel like we're going to get a little bit more, right? So this list, it might all be true, but just not for San Diego, right? So that's why we're breaking it down, because I think this list is good for between San Diego and D23. I think you get 75 to 80% of this list. So let's keep going and see where where things are that we maybe should be paying a little bit more attention to. So Secret Invasion. No one will be in attendance for Secret Invasion, but they will reveal the main cast and share some footage. Now, just before you guys jump in, I'll say that Secret Invasion is currently doing reshoots, so the fact that they're saying no one will be in attendance makes sense. So, Guy, you want to jump on this one first?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get much for this. I really don't. I don't even think you're going to get a clip of anything. I don't think you're going to get. I mean, you may just get some info and some a poster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you're going to get much of anything, honestly.
I don't know, man. I think they should have waited a little bit to introduce a couple more characters for Secret Invasion, because think about the characters we have now and think about the characters that are allegedly coming in the future. I would be happy if they would have just pumped the brakes on this and waited for a few more major characters to come in. Because let's be honest, they're all B-listers.
Which they might.
It's mostly B-listers that are main stars in the MCU right now. So we'll have to wait. I'm going to have to wait on that.
Well,
I'm with you guys.
Don't wait on this guy, though. DJ Links.
Bing bong.
That's my DJ. Super chat $4.99. Thank you, sir. Always bringing the good shit. Play something for him, Maddie. Play something.
Give him a little something.
Him and Chad deserve some Eva. Come on.
I
don't want to see nothing but Eva.
Make it rain on me, Defects. Yeah. I can feel it. More.
If you go back and watch that closely, her left boob.
I just saw that today.
Shifts on its own.
I just saw that today for the first time. I swear to God.
I've been seeing that since day one, boys. I got to be honest with you. I've been paying attention to those puppies from fucking day one. I think I saw
a different shift, though, like today. Like, for some reason,
I've studied it. All right, remember, I edited that footage. Why do you think it took me so long to edit? I had to take a couple breaks.
Code Red, I could not agree with you more. The spec game is out. That's why we have not done a spec video. That's why we haven't done a recorded video. Everything is a cold key, and spec is pretty much out the window at this point.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you that weren't in here last week, we kind of said that. People have been asking for some spec, and we just feel like it's not genuine for us to be throwing books out. We could. I mean, there's plenty of books that we could, but if we're not buying books right now for spec, then we're not going to tell you to. Right. So I know all three of us are not going to just put out a video just to get some clicks that we don't believe in. So it'll come back. And when it does, you're going to be sure that it's on point. And it's we're getting close, because I feel like, and that's a discussion for another time, but I feel like we're getting close to being able to spec a little bit again. But all right, so yeah, Secret Invasion. I'm with these boys. I don't think it's the right time, and if we do see something, it's going to be like a title card, like Guy said. So I'm good. I'm good there. Blade, Mahershala Ali, Kit Harington, Aaron Pierre, Milan Ray, Bassem Tariq will be in attendance for some news. One big piece of news is that Anthony Starr will be playing Dracula. So, Jay, I know that's your boy, so you want to take this one first. You want to dissect it. Tell me what you think.
I think he does such a great job Here's where the good and the bad comes in, right? The positive and the negative. He did such a great job and is such an awesome actor playing Homelander. He almost typecasted himself. Like, I can't look at Star and see anything but Homelander now. So that cast is phenomenal, and I'm sure he's gonna change my mind. But right now, that's just Homelander, dude.
See, but that's the quality of the actor. If I believe once they put some makeup on, you're gonna see him look different, and you're gonna be like, "Holy shit!" If he's that good, you will see an awesome portrayal on screen. You really will.
So I'm gonna say again, Blade was the last announcement at 2019. I'd be surprised if there wasn't some type of Blade news at this one, but I will say that Anthony Starr is not playing Dracula.
I think it's Anthony.
Although I want him to, I don't see it. I think the timelines of the filming of Boys and this are gonna clash as far as what's online when Blade's filming versus when season 4 of The Boys is filming. I don't see it. I think this is Cap. I think we get some type of Blade splash, maybe some news, maybe a new character, but it's not going to be Anthony Starr's Dracula.
You don't think it would have come out and said something?
Nah. Why? For him, there's no gain to him saying yes or no. I mean, I would love it, but I'm going to say that I'm like 90% sure that part of this one's false. Looks like a couple of people in the chat are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. See, Ronnie, it's so funny. We were just talking about this. We're going to get into that soon.
Yeah, the MCU stuff to me, guys, is just fucking repetitive, dude. It's just, listen, like I said, people think we're negative when bashing. It just is what it is. We love the hobby. We love comics. We love talking about the movies. We just want to see good stuff, man. And it's just, we'll get into that later, but holy shit, dude. Even though coming out, everything is.
Even though the stuff is shit to talk about, we're still here. So how about we hit that thumbs up since we have over 100 people in here?
Bing bong.
It's free. It's free.
Listen, right now it's a crazy time with San Diego Comic-Con. So like obviously we gotta stick what people want. People want to know about San Diego Comic-Con. So this week's gonna be about this. Next week, I'm actually not gonna be here. So the boys are gonna be running the news. It's gonna be a big news show because we're gonna get everything that came out of San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm sure there's gonna be some residual stuff that didn't get announced, but the rumor mills are gonna be going strong on Sunday. So it's gonna be another show just like that. But maybe for the week after, we focus on, and we literally just talked about this, doing like top reads of the year so far, top covers of the year so far. So we're going to try to start bringing some more comic book content in addition to New Comic Book Day, because we do that every week. But until there's something more newsworthy, right? Because after San Diego, it feels like, for a few weeks at least until D23. But
yeah,
all right, the Marvels.
And listen, I'm excited for comic book news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. The movie stuff we already know. Like we're getting rumors and hints but we've been all over that. That's been there. Let's get some good story arcs going, some good reads going. Marvel and DC got to get on top of their game, man, and catch up to all these independent books. But come on, let's keep going.
Let's keep it going. Yeah, you're right. Did you read Lord's Dogs of London?
No, I didn't. I read Punisher, and tonight I'm gonna read Daredevil.
Okay.
Something is Killing the Children, I'm all caught up on. Geiger, I finished. I'm all caught up on that. I was backtracking on that. What else did I read? What else? I got a list. I got a lot to do. We'll get into that. We'll
talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. All right, the Marvels. Brie, Iman, Tano will be there when they show their footage. Zaywon Ashton will not be there because she's pregnant. Anson Mount will reprise his role as Black Bolt. Jodie Turner-Smith will join as Medusa in the post-credits of the movie, setting up Universal and Humans as a big cosmic story going forward. I'll take this one first. So the fact that they're already talking about the end credit scene basically, to me, puts a lot of doubt on this one. Do we see the Marvels? I'm I'm gonna say yes, and I'm just stating a fact here, not trying to shit on it, but they're gonna show it because it's a big female lead movie, and that's what Disney's pushing right now. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just stating a fact because clearly that's what they're doing. So I do believe you'll see something about the Marvels here. It may be small. I don't know if they'll all be there. Maybe they will. Now, the Black Bolt thing, I've heard this recently from another, Twitter account that is pretty reputable. They get some stuff right. I would have totally said no way that this is happening. Like I don't expect this to be. And if Anson Mount's going to show up as Black Bolt, why would it be in the Marvels? But I've heard this now like 3 times, so I'm going to give that part of it 50-50. Would like to see it. Would like to see the Inhumans set up again and done properly. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Dude, I love Black Bolt. I love the Inhumans. The old stuff was a little hard to read. The modern stuff, the modern take on the Inhumans in comic books was awesome. Black Bolt is such a sick character, dude. He's one of my favorite heroes, and I would love to see them get it right. His costume in Doctor Strange 2 is absolutely terrible. He looked like the dad in People Under the Stairs. They got to get it right. They got to get the Inhumans right. I watched the whole Inhuman show when it came out, and as bad as it was, I still watched week to week. It's such a cool story arc, man. They got to get Inhumans right because that could lead into so many things with the Fantastic Four and all types of different crazy story arcs. So I am hoping they get this right. As far as the Marvels, listen, I'm still banking on Adam Brashear, the Blue Marvel. He's going to show up, guys. We talked about it when we watched WandaVision. That, Matt, what was his position? The engineer?
The aerospace engineer.
The aerospace engineer, when Monica Rambeau got that text from and was all giddy, they still never got into that. And there was haters that talk shit. You know who you are. I'll see you at Terrificon. Wait. Just wait so I can rub it right in your face.
We're hearing rumblings. As long as we're hearing rumblings from more and more people that he's coming. All right. That's what we'll say about that. Guy, Marvel's footage, Black Bolt in it. What do you think?
I don't know much about the Inhumans. I didn't watch the show. I didn't read their books. The Marvels itself, from what we've got from Miss Marvel, which we'll talk about later too. Obviously, we got hit in the face with a little music.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it,
that kind of changed things up for us. So who knows what this opens to, what we'll see in the movie. We dropped the word, mutant and mutation and whatever you want to call it. So who knows now, what the parameters are, and sky's the limit for what we're going to see in this movie. They may, they're pushing the women of Marvel, and this might be a good place to drop something. Do we see Rogue? Do we see, who knows? So it's open game at this point. I'm not,
okay. It's
hard to say. They're looking towards the end credit scene, which, okay, I mean, that doesn't give me hope for the movie, like you said. But I hope it's a good movie. We'll still watch it. This one may wait till no more DVD, right, Jay? But it may wait till Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, I won't be at the movies for a long time. Probably Guardians of the Galaxy.
The Marvels, you know what? I'm going to take it back. I'm going to say the Marvels is waiting for D23. I don't see them at San Diego. I see them at D23. The rest of these, there's one that I want to spend a little time on. The rest of these we could burn through quick. But it's this one. And we've heard it now so many times. And then people shot it down. But then it just comes back to life. And I'm hearing more and more. And I'm seeing more and more smoke. So you think there's got to be fire. World War Hulk was originally going to be a movie, is now being turned into a 4-part Disney Plus, not necessarily a show, but like a special. This could lead to a big Avengers event before Secret Wars with many big characters, blah blah blah. we've talked about this like 3 or 4 different times on the show. It comes up and then it gets shot down, and it comes up and it gets shot down, and it usually has to do with licensing. But if they figured out the licensing with Namor, maybe they figured it out with the Hulk. Maybe they have the license and they just don't want to announce it just yet. I keep wanting to say no to this, but it just keeps coming up. No way it's at San Diego Comic-Con, 0% chance. But does this happen at some point down the road? What do you guys think?
So, as a fan of Planet Hulk and World War Hulk, they got to do something different. MCU Hulk is a straight up chump, dude. He's not the Hulk, man. He's a straight up bitch. Like, and it's so sad to say that the Hulk, he's a wimp. He's scared. He cowers. That's not my Hulk, dude. So they have to build that Hulk up. I agree with someone said it in the chat. I'm sorry, I forgot. The chat's going so fast. Bring Edward Norton back, dude. This dude Ruffalo, man. He's just that ain't. Oh, you got a Hulk in the MCU that don't like to fight and like solving math problems. It's terrible.
You know who said it? Michael Baker.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, Mike Baker. I seen it and it went by so fast. Yeah, that ain't my Hulk, dude. And I know. I'll listen. Blast me all you want in the comments, Doug, and the rest of you people that make snide little comments in Gary's chat. Like, I don't see it. The negativity is real, dude. Like, come on, that's not Hulk. Read a comic book, dude.
Matt, what movie? Peter Baker.
My Blue Heaven.
There you go.
I'm with you, Jay, and I think that's why we do get this at some point, because it's so funny because the pieces come together, because the Russo brothers just talked about that they nerfed Hulk. They essentially said, yeah, we nerfed him because he would have just been too strong and we didn't want him. They didn't want to give him the spotlight in Endgame, so they just nerfed him and put him to the side. There's got to be a reason they did that.
Yeah, but listen, man.
I think we get some type of crazy version of Hulk.
Just like the story arc of Planet Hulk and World War Hulk, like the same thing we talked about Secret Invasion. You need people in there. You need the Fantastic Four in there. Again, I'm comparing to comic books, but he needs to come back and wreck something and have a reason to wreck something. And if you read the books, read them again. If you did not read the books, go read all 3 of those story arcs, because it's a great story arc. And when he comes back with a vengeance and battles all these heroes. And we have almost none of them. So I hope so, man. Listen, I want to see Hulk break stuff, not you know what I mean? Not do science and math problems. It's just not for me, man.
Let's run through the last 4 fast, because there are 3 of them are pretty obvious, and the last one, I mean, is just interesting. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Let's just do it quick. Are they going to be there? Yes or no? Jay, will we see it at San Diego Comic-Con?
No, I think we get a little bit of the Christmas special before we get the Guardians 3, because they said there's major effects from that Christmas special with the Guardians that lead into Guardians 3. So I don't see them giving us Guardians 3 before they give us that Christmas special. So I don't think we see much, dude.
Guy Forge?
I agree 100%.
Okay, me too. And I think Disney, I think D23 is where you see the Christmas special. So I think 0 from Guardians. All right. Ant-Man and the Wasp footage. They're saying we'll see Jonathan Majors will send in a video as Kang. Guy, do we see this at San Diego? Do we see it at D23?
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? You might see something quick at San Diego.
Okay.
We haven't talked about Ant-Man in a long time. They might want to rustle up some some feathers on this.
Some hype. Okay. Jay, what do you think?
I think we see a glimpse of Kang. The Kang in costume.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for. Wishful thinking. Listen, shit got to change, right? It got to get better. It can't get any worse.
I think we do see some Ant-Man, because I think that they're really banking on that movie. And if you don't think that Marvel and Disney are not paying attention when their summer blockbuster has the largest drop for any in the second week of any Marvel movie, they're paying attention. So they want to generate some hype, and Ant-Man is a movie that a lot of people are looking forward to. So I do believe we'll see a little something at San Diego. I'm going to skip this last one. Skip the second to last and go to the last one. Daredevil Man Without Fear. Disney Plus show. So I think D23 is the home for that. I don't think it's at San Diego. What do you guys think? Jay wants nothing to do with it. Guy?
Yeah, move on.
Okay. So probably not at San Diego. All right, let's go back to Wonder Man. Will be announced with Henry Golding as Simon Williams. An interesting detail is that Evan Peters is returning as Ralph Boner, but with a new name, will likely be a side character in this show. Anybody want to take
Why?
this one?
It's gonna be Ralph
Why?
Hardon.
Ralph
I mean,
Hardon?
listen.
Why?
Yeah, going back to WandaVision, we got all those trailers of the Grim Reaper and Wonder Man, right? They don't do that for nothing. They don't do that just to throw it in. Wonder Man, it's just like a bootleg Superman to me. Like, it's never a character that really intrigued me. Like, don't give me Wonder Man, give me Ghost Rider. You know what I mean? Give me Punisher. But it's hard to say that because I don't want to see Punisher done lame. And just like I didn't want to talk on Daredevil, I just don't want to see him done bad, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I want grit. Give me that grit. Give me some violence, man. Come on, let's step it up, Disney.
What do you think, Guy?
I just said why. Like, what do we need it for? Honestly, Ralph Boner. We need that again.
I'm going to say no to San Diego, no to Disney D23. So I think this is a bullshit one altogether.
Yeah, like
So-
James, I love that. Give me Sentry, dude. Like, that's a badass character, dude. You know what I mean? Wonder Man, I don't know, dude.
So,
Come on.
I mean, listen, San Diego, just to recap, I think some of that's true. Some of it's bullshit. But I think we're going to get more than what some people think and less than what some people think, right? So I think it's going to be somewhere. We're going to get probably 20 to 30 minutes is going to be Wakanda trailer and She-Hulk, right? I think you're going to get Wakanda, She-Hulk. That's a good 20 to 30 minutes plus the intro. So that leaves 30 minutes to make a bunch of small announcements. And I think you're going to get one fairly big announcement. I think that's the extent of San Diego. They're not walking out of San Diego with nothing, right? Can we agree on that? They're not going to let it go without at least one new thing that we weren't expecting.
Give me good comic book shit, man. That's what I want. Matt, listen. The
Yeah.
kid gave us a $2 super chat, right?
Yep.
Could we play
Oh,
it
you
one more
got it.
time
Good.
so everyone can look out for that shift? Guys,
You want me to
check
show
out-
it again?
Yeah, look. Tell me if you see it in the chat. Look at the shift.
Kid collectors, to let us know if you see the shift. And I'm not talking about the one in your pants.
Make it rain on me, Defects. Yeah. I can feel it. More.
It almost like
It just-
dropped off of a shelf.
It's like an Easter egg in a fluffy Easter basket.
It like rolled off the shelf.
Whew. Talk about Doombots. The earth moved.
You know what
Guys.
follows up Eva very well?
I'll tell you what.
The ginger-haired angel himself.
I'm back.
What's up,
He's
Gary?
back.
What's going on?
What are you
Jay.
doing?
Gary, you're knocking on the door every week now.
Last week was a bit of a blip on the radar. That was a screw up. But now
Nah, it's
everything's
all right.
working.
Justin says the implant dropped. Absolutely.
Jay, you're not going to go see Ant-Man in the theater?
No, I'm not
Really?
giving the
No, he'll go
MCU
see
any.
Ant-Man. He'll go see
No, I
Ant-Man.
will not. I will not. I didn't see Doctor
We'll tell him-
Strange.
listen to me.
I didn't see
We'll
my
tell him-
buddy Gore. No way.
What if, you're not. What if they tease it at which I think it'll be. I don't know if that'll be a San Diego Comic Con. It might. Yeah, I think it would be a San Diego Comic Con. If you see Jonathan Majors and he gets you excited, you're not going to go see it?
I saw Christian Bale as Gore. It doesn't get better than that, and I
true.
didn't go see that.
It's a good point.
I might.
The
Good point.
MCU.
We
is
may
not
tell him
getting,
that they're going to have some tacos and some
No.
tequila, and
Nope.
then get him there.
They're not getting $1 from me. They shouldn't get $1 for anybody that's a comic book reader until
All right,
they
guys,
start doing
go
shit right.
fund me. Go fund me for Jay's attendance to every MCU movie for the rest of Phase 4. That he's not spending $1 of his own money, and
Nope.
then you
You
have
gotta
to
help him
also
out.
pay for the bar bill after the movie,
Or
and we'll
before?
get him to go. Okay?
Listen, if everyone followed my steps, maybe they would listen, and it wouldn't be a movie pitched towards a 16-year-old girl, and we'd get like quality shit. You know what I mean?
If everyone followed your steps, half of the chat would have cirrhosis of the liver. So what the fuck are we talking about?
Big E, my man.
All right, Gar. What are we talking about first? Because I know we got a couple things.
Couple
to talk
quick
about.
things. I feel terrible coming on your show. I feel
No,
like
are you're part of the Defect family, dude. I don't understand how we have to keep reminding you of this.
I know. All right. So the first thing I wanted to say is the link for. I mean, I don't know if everybody was here last week, guys. We're doing a video. We need your help. The top 10 MCU moments. Everybody's talking about all this negativity. We're gonna bring it back to some positivity. And what actually happened is myself, Matt, Jay is on Instagram hiatus, so that doesn't count. I don't know if Guy got involved, but we asked you guys, and I think it was on YouTube. What are your favorite MCU moments? The chills, those moments that gave you the chills, the moments that got you all excited, the moments that made you fall in love with the stories that we've been watching. We have 30 requests, right, Matt? 30 different
34, I think, choices.
So there's a few choices in the survey. What we're doing is asking you to go in there, vote for 5. You get to vote for 5. Sounds like a lot, but it's a very difficult task to vote for your 5 favorite MCU moments. And we're going to run this maybe through the end of the week, maybe. And then we're going to cut off voting, and we're going to do a live show with the top 10 that you guys voted on. And some honorable mentions, of course.
You didn't
This
throw
link
the credit.
actually
You didn't
works.
throw the credits on there because you know it would have won.
Phase 4 credits.
Phase 4 credits. That was my pick.
Well, there is
So-
a write-in option.
There is a write-in option specifically for Jay. So, guys, I know if you were here last week, we talked about this link, and it didn't work. We failed 2 times now, but DJ Links saved us.
DJ Lynch picked up the slack here, and he's got a good survey going now. So
Yeah, so if you voted before, you have to vote again because those surveys, for whatever reason, they were capping us because they were free pretty much.
and we didn't even
were-
know.
We didn't even realize it until after the fact. So do us a favor, indulge our defectiveness, and
Here's
just vote
something
again.
cool. We have over
The link is pinned to the
200,
top.
Individual voters so far, which means we have 800.
How many?
We have over 1,000 votes in.
That's awesome.
So
So we got
want more.
250.
We want
So 250
the
people.
More people who vote, the more accurate depiction we get of the community and what they felt were the top moments of the MCU.
Yeah, so get involved. It's going to be fun. We're going to do a fun show after Terrificon on Gary's channel. That's going to be a blast. So like I said, if you did vote, just listen. We messed up. Just
It
live with
happens.
it and vote again. All right.
And then it
the link
happened
is in the
again.
description. The link's in the description. The link is pinned to the top of the chat.
And this time it is working 100%. So that's
And what
that.
else you got, Gar?
Also, I did want to talk very quickly about Terrificon. And this is really important. So I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the market. That's a joke. Obviously you have. No laughs, huh? We all know that the market is dropping right now, which is a good thing. You guys were just talking about how spec is dead, and I'm going to essentially agree with you. I agree. I don't know if right now is a great time to buy comics for speculation purposes. However, I do think it's a good time to buy comics for your personal collection because I've just gone through and repriced all of my slabs. I have 5 boxes, five boxes left to reprice. These books are going down. They've come down. So I would say I've repriced my books down somewhere between every single book. Only a few have held value and very few have gone up. I would say 10 to 25% these books have dropped down,
Wow.
which is good. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I've heard through the grapevine, the last few conventions, a lot of these vendors' prices have been high, really high. So I would love if people are going to San Diego Comic-Con, kind of check out some prices, tell me what you think, because I don't know any other vendors, and I'm sure there are. But, oh, there you go, 214 individual responses. I don't know any other vendors going through there and repricing all of their slabs. So we'll see. But the market.
So what he's telling you is he's got one up on all vendors in San Diego.
There you go. But the market is down.
Guys, and that's why, listen, When you go to these cons, if you're going to Terrificon or San Diego or New York, be educated, guys. Have that GPA up. Don't let these guys tell you what their price is. Let them know what the price is and the last sold is, because a lot of these guys bought in at highs thinking it was going to go even higher, and it has come down, and it hasn't even hit the floor yet. Just wait. It will hit the floor. Economy is bad, right? Everything is going up. Inflation is up. The market's going to keep dropping. So just wait. Be patient. Don't let these guys.
I think we're
books.
close.
There you go, Gary.
Yeah. See?
I think
that
they're
was only
close, though.
2 weeks ago at Denver.
Just
so you guys
we're
know,
getting close to the bottom, though. I got to be honest. I think we're getting close to the bottom of the market.
Matt. There might be a little bit more to go, but I think we're getting there. And we may not be there yet, but I think we are getting close. What I thought was interesting as I'm repricing everything is that I would say probably 90%, that might be slight exaggeration, maybe 80, 85% prices have gone down, right? But some of the titles have held.
True.
So for instance, Matt, I don't want to hear from you. Guy, Jay, take a shot. What titles do you think have held value?
Tell me a title that has held value. I know what you're thinking.
Well, I just repriced them.
Okay.
It's X-Men.
X-Men has held value.
X-Men is holding value, or they're dropping maybe 10%. It depends on the book, but the keys are holding.
So I'll tell you what dropped drastically. Giant Size X-Men #1 and X-Men #1 have dropped drastically.
Okay, so I'm going to comment on that. I didn't get to price those yet. Those are in the important boxes. But I've noticed that the higher end books, yes, they're coming down. But like the X-Men books that I've priced that have stayed pretty much the same or dropped maybe 10%, X-Men 94, Phoenix, X-Men 129, which is that Hellfire Club, right? Yep. Starjammers, Alpha Flight's come down a little bit more than 10%. But a lot of those Bronze Age keys, I'm like, wow, NYX #3, right? Another mutant book. Still 9.8 is just a tad under 2,000 or around 2,000. What else? The only books that I'm starting to see that spec is holding is Spider-Man keys. Your Silks of the World, Spider-Gwen, Miles. Those books are still holding or down maybe 10%. But all this other stuff, 10, 20, 25% on some of it, which is good. Some of this stuff's becoming affordable now.
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree, dude. It went crazy. I wish we could go back to see like 2016, 2017 prices, man, because I thought that was high then. And now I look now and I'm like, Daredevil went crazy. That's probably still high, right? Daredevil has still got to be high. That's okay.
So some people in the comments, I haven't gotten to my Fantastic Four books yet, so I don't know about those. I would imagine they're either staying the same. They're probably staying the same or maybe down about 10%. And then Silver Age Spider-Man. So I started right around, because I didn't do 1 through like 40, but Rhino, Kingpin, Shocker, 40, what's that, 41, 46, 50. They're down slightly, but they are down.
So it seems like most of the grails that always been grails, and like Echo says, Ghost Rider,
that's still holding.
Yeah, all these bullshit characters that come and go, people wised up to, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys, these half-ass characters that show up on a Disney Plus show or in a movie and are gone by episode 2 or 3, people were paying major bucks for, and everyone learned their lesson. I'm a victim of it too, man. The FOMO was real. Like, oh, I want to get this guy. And then it just dropped, dude. You know what I mean? It happens with the Star Wars books. It happens with the Marvel books. Not so much DC, because it doesn't revolve around TV shows and movies as much as Marvel, because there's not that much movement there. But listen, grails are still grails. Fantastic Four #1 ain't never coming down, right?
I don't know if we're ever going to see that come down again. I think 1.0s are still hovering between 9,000 and 11,000, depending on page quality, presentation, and all that. I think they're hovering in that, and that's a 1.0.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't gotten to my Fantastic Four books yet, so I could be slightly wrong about that. Omega Red is crazy down. Omega Red in a 9.8 is somewhere between like 125 and 150.
But dude, Omega Red was a heavily printed modern X-Men book, dude, that came out in the 90s. Like that.
Here's my counter.
That book should have never been where it is to begin with.
And I think it capped around 400 for a 9.8.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude.
That's
Just
crazy.
like-
I agree. But however, I'm going to say this. Sinister and Omega Red are two big X-Men villains we haven't seen yet, right? Let's say you spend $100 to $125 on an Omega Red 9.8, right? You don't think it could cap at 250 or maybe 300 when the news really becomes serious? I don't think it'll ever hit 400 again.
Nah, no way, dude. And I mean, I'm looking at this list, which I hate, and I'm not even going to mention their name. They got X-Men #1 from the 90s up there as a major key. Are you fucking kidding me? It's the most heavily printed book in the history.
I just priced. Okay, great example for that book. I just priced out all of the covers in 9.8s. They're like $100.
Yeah,
Great. You buy all 4, you put them together, they look awesome. It's a $100 9.8 book, which may still be high.
Yeah, it's way too
that's
high.
what it's selling for right now.
Millions of copies out there. Millions.
Listen,
the 9.8 is going to carry the premium.
Yeah.
For what though? It's not a key.
No, but it's a
in
classic
some people,
cover. Classic
it's
cover. Jim
nostalgia.
Lee, it's a #1.
Right.
It's a nice looking book, but you're right.
It's $100. That's a $100 9.8. In my eyes, that's a fair price for that book. Like, what's it going to be? $75 book?
Listen, shout out to Biggie Shack because I watched his video on that. I watched both his videos on that, and check it out because he breaks down the top 10s. And I mean, my man's comic educated, dude. It's like that would never be on my list as a major key. Fuck
No. It's not a major key, but
That's not even a major X-Men key.
It's a book. It's a book that has value because here's another example of this. And Biggie Shack, I seen when you said in there that you wanted me to talk about something. So give me 1 second. I will. Infinity Gauntlet #1. It's not really a key, right? But that's, Gary, still a $200, $250 book in 9.8.
Sorry, I was reading the chat.
Infinity Gauntlet #1.
Yeah, I think Infinity Gauntlet #1 in a 9.8 is between 200 and 250. I
Right.
think. I don't have any 9.8s.
Not
I
a
didn't check
key.
them.
Heavily
I think that
printed,
is
not
a
as
key,
much.
though.
I mean, well, it's a key in the fact of it's a story key, just kind of like how X-Men 1 is a story key, but it's not a first appearance key. So I guess it depends. It's one of the best storylines in modern comics, right? A lot of people will say that, definitely from the 90s. That's unarguable. So I see what you're saying, Jay, but I still think it's a $100 book in 9.8.
Here's the major difference.
Brian Gwynn, I want to get to him when you're done.
Here's the major difference between an Infinity Gauntlet #1 and a Jim Lee X-Men #1.
Okay.
You go to any comic shop, you go to any flea market, you're finding multiple copies of that book. You go to any in the back bins, you go to any comic book shop, you ain't pulling an Infinity Gauntlet #1. So for it to be on any type of list, man, be careful where you get your comic information.
Oh, forget about. I'm not even talking about any list, but I'm just talking about value wise. A $100 9.8 versus a $250 9.8. To me, that sounds about right. You know what I mean? That spread. That sounds right to me.
I would definitely say that Infinity Gauntlet #1 is. I don't know the print run, but I would say it's half of X-Men #1. Half.
I would say half, but
Like
not
Jay
much.
said.
I would say it's got to be 400,000 or 500,000 copies, easy. That's heavy. That's a big print run.
7 million? What was X-Men 1? Was it a 7 million?
Was it 7 million?
6
Dude,
million?
it's in the millions. It's one of the
I thought it
most
was
heavily
1.7
printed
million.
books.
Why do I have 7
Ever.
million in my head? I don't know.
I think it was 1.6 or 1.7 million. Somebody will tell us in the chat.
Somebody brought up something is killing the children. Okay, remember I just said prices have dropped 10 to 25%. The last time I priced my books was right before King Con, a 9.8, which was April,
Right.
March.
March.
Do you remember? March,
March.
April. I don't remember. March. Okay, 8 million. So something is killing the children. #1 first print was $1,000 book in a 9.8 in March. Okay. Price is dropping 10 to 25%. I literally just priced it. Wait.
I think it's around 700 now, 650, 700.
Right here. It's between 700 and 750 right now in a 9.8.
There you go.
So it's dropped almost over 25%. So
Well, that one makes sense too because it's an independent. The news dropped that Netflix was picking them up, and then it went ghost. So I think that's a result of no news, no follow-up news, and the market dropping around it. The price is naturally going to drop. Do I see that as $1,000 book again? I could see it as a $900 book.
Yeah.
If Netflix series gets announced and they do a crazy casting, I could see it maybe hitting 1,000. But it's more than like $750 is still a really solid price for that book. You know, would I say run and buy it? You're gonna double your money? No. If you have it now, great. If you don't
buy it.
Don't buy it unless you're just buying it to keep it. You know.
Yeah, I would almost sit on it, and here I am showing you I have one for sale and telling you don't buy it. But
that's why you're Gary.
That's the book. That's a book I feel like you can have a lot of patience with, right? So Walking Dead #1, which doesn't have the print run, I would imagine, as Something is Killing the Children #1. We saw that book hit, what, 2,500 in a 9.8? Was it ever 26? Somewhere in that range, which is significantly lower print run, right? And it was a harder book to get in a high grade because that back was black. And that show was at the top of the world, right? For how many years? It was like a premium. Will Something is Killing the Children, a TV show, ever hit those kind of numbers? I'm going to say no. And I'm talking about the TV show with viewership and following and fandom. It'll never be there. Plus the print run was higher. So like, in my opinion, if DJ Links is true, then it's never coming to a show. But this is going to be one of those books you can wait on. And I could see it bottoming out at maybe 500 down the line. If you really want it and you really want to wait, I could see that book being $500 in a 9.8.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
100%.
I mean, I could see it, but I'm not going to say that that's 100% because, so as far as the budget goes, if they want, I mean, look what they just did with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Big budget for season 4, and I'm sure it's going to be bigger for season 5. Something is Killing the Children is an amazing story. They have a home run there if they want it. Okay, so that's my second thing. Third thing is that book is extremely hard to get in 9.8 because of the color of the cover. So those are all things that play. I know the Walking Dead book was probably a little difficult to get in 9.8 as well, but I want to say probably that Something to Killing Children is a little bit harder. So I think there's so many different variables.
You also had people, as much as people took care of their comic books in 2000 and was it 2 when Walking Dead came out?
You're right.
People today are literally buying books off the rack and getting them graded, whereas people in 2002 were not. So
I
that
can't
means if you
disagree
have
with
these
that.
books
Yep.
in long boxes, there's more and more of an opportunity for them to get damaged.
And I agree with Eli. Nocterra is a better story. I wouldn't say way better, but definitely a better story.
You like Nocterra more than Something's Killing the Children?
100%.
Good to know.
I do too. I did. Something to Kill the Children is really good. Nocterra is a top read for me, honestly. Especially the first.
I mean, the comic book talk, it warmed my heart. I was in a bad mood today. We got a major super chat from my buddy.
This might put you in a better mood.
Woo!
I've been quiet for a while, but Lone Wolf coming in, and he's coming in hot. 99.99.
My man throws the dopest show in the Bronx, guys. BronxCon, you got to make it down there to Tremont and check out BronxCon. We always promote it. We weren't able to go last one. I was there at the first one this year. Definitely go check it out. Street side down there. They have a cosplay contest. Great member of the community. Thank you so much. Can we hit him with Eva Batwoman?
Maddie, can you play something that's going to make Gary feel uncomfortable?
Please do.
All right, Defects. It's time to turn it up a little. I think you guys have been playing it nice lately. We need to get a little raunchy. What do you think? Can Batgirl handle that? I just wanted to let you guys know you were hot shit.
Way better than way better than two rocks having a kid in the volcano, right?
When she made the camera flip, Gary just goes.
I was reading the chat. I knew somebody was watching me, but I was reading the chat. I couldn't hear a word she was saying. Was she even talking?
Well played, Gary. Well played. But I mean, listen, we could talk. I like this conversation too. I mean, we could talk about this forever. It's fun to talk about the market, but also what affects the market. Like all these little things that we talked about, how it affects the market.
I think it's the perfect storm right now of subpar product, money's getting tight, inflation. It's a little bit of everything that's driving the market down. And you know what? It's fine by me. These books are becoming more affordable. That was what everyone was complaining about for the longest time, right? That these books are becoming unaffordable, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Just take 10 to 25% off most of these books, and
so this is my question. This is my question before. I know you guys got talking, and I was waiting to jump in there. But perfect example has to be Carnage, right?
Okay, funny you should say that. That actually climbed a little bit.
What?
Well, it was down, right? It was down.
Very down.
Yeah.
Very down.
But to Jay's point, that book was printed like crazy.
Yeah. No, that's why I mentioned it.
Yeah. I will tell you a grail that has dropped significantly is an Amazing Fantasy 15, dude.
But it went to heights that we never thought were possible. And you're right. But it's still higher than it was in 2020, right? So that's some of the stuff. That's how we have to look at it. It's like some of these books got so overinflated that the floor for them, no matter what it goes down to, there's a new floor set. So that I still think that's good as far as if you're like, hey, I want my hobby to be strong. I want values to be strong but not crazy. I think that's a good thing for the hobby. So if a 1.0 was $9,000 in 2020 and now it's bottoming out at 10 or 11, that's growth. You
know why it's correcting itself? Because all these dickheads that came into the hobby just to invest because the stock market was down, they're out now. They're gone, right? They're gone. That's what fucked everything up. The market crashed. You had all these fucking morons investing in sports cards and Magic cards and Pokemon cards and comic books and whatever else they could get their greedy little grubby mitts on. They're all gone now. So it's coming back to the comic book collectors, and that's why prices are correcting themselves, which thank God they are.
I was just going to highlight that one.
Fodder, 10 to 25% on the majority of the books I've repriced down. There are definitely 100% books that have gone 25 to 50% down. A lot of the bigger spec books, Korvac, right? We all remember we were all talking about Giant Size Defenders 3, right?
Yeah.
That book has dropped probably 50%. And any of these characters that have shown up already, that's definitely a 50% drop unless it's a major grail. Unfortunately, I do love Gore. I love the book. I love the cover. I have it in a 9.8 in my personal collection. That's one that's dropped over 50%. You can thank the MCU for that one.
That's when you could tell. That's when you could tell comic people that love comic books and read comic books. When a price drops like that, that's when you know the character was done wrong. And I see what Brian Gwynn says right here that they're still here. They are. And the only reason they still are here is because they want to recoup some of that money that they lost. That's probably not going to happen. And eventually they're going to sell just to either break even or not take a complete loss, just like the market.
The more they sell, the more the price will be driven down.
Right.
So
exactly.
they start flooding the market with all these major keys and they become more and more readily available and they keep trying to undercut each other. It's going to drive the price down. And from the biggest grails to the smallest books. And that's what's happening right now. I think a piece of it's happening.
Guy, highlight James's comment, please, because it doesn't get truer than that right there.
That's the hobby before 2020.
Yep.
I mean, listen, we say it here all the time. You could collect however you want. You could be a reader. You could be a speculator, investor. As long as you're not hurting the hobby, do what you want. As long as you're not hurting the other members of the hobby, do what you want. You want to make some money and enjoy comic books? Go for it. You want to be the guy that buys and never sells? Go for it. Both those things are okay, as long as you're not hurting the hobby or the people in the hobby by what you're doing. That's what we believe here on this channel. I'm pretty sure that's how Gary believes on his channel.
Yeah. Dennis actually made a good point here. What's going to happen is that you're going to see prices come down, but a lot of people are going to start jumping on it when the prices you're going to see prices come down and people jump on books that are like, whoa, that's very undervalued. And then it's going to start coming up, which is what happened with Carnage. Carnage is starting to creep back up. We're never going to see stupid, crazy numbers, but that book was down and crazy down. And I think a lot of collectors knew it and jumped at it, took advantage of the low prices, and that's why it starts going up.
Gary, I got to stop you there. The comment of the night goes to my homie Jessica. Highlighted
just gonna highlight that, yeah,
because we're trying to get him on. Thank God for this man, and I'm gonna get hate for that, but he is killing it right now. His GoFundMe is over $2 million for his book, and he just wants to get back to comics and keep it real without an agenda, without any politics, without any bullshit. Superheroes doing superhero shit. Guys, check out Rippaverse on IG or check out his website because my man is doing an awesome thing right now. And I hope he's watching, and I hope he comes on.
We're going to talk about, regardless of whether he comes on or not, we're going to, maybe like 2 weeks, maybe we'll do it after Terrificon, or maybe the week after Terrificon, something like that. We'll do it in the next 3 shows. We got to talk about it, highlight that a little bit. Yeah, man, I think the last thing I'll say on this is, supply and demand is a real thing, right? And Gary and Jay both made the point before of, a lot of these guys were just trying to dump book. There's so much supply that the demand doesn't meet the supply and the price goes down. So things are going to level off. People are going to stop selling as much because the price isn't as good, and things will start to correct, and books will react the way that we expected them to react pre-2021. A show comes up, character is good, there's some hype, there's some excitement, you're going to see a little bit of a price increase. You're not going to see triple, quadruple. You'll see the 40 to 50% raises that we were expecting to see. And then things will slow, like a comfortable, healthy market. Things will curve down, not fucking drop off of a cliff. So we're not there yet. We will get back there. Things will get healthy again. There won't be as much fear, because I think that's a lot of it right now, is that buyers aren't buying out of fear also. Like, hey, it looks good right now. I have some money in my pocket, but I don't know if I should buy right now because I might be able to buy it for $100 less next week. So I think there's some hesitation, which is creating less demand. So clearly, prices down.
I think your only buyers now are true collectors and less speculation.
I was just going to say that, dude. People are flippers aren't buying now because they're worrying about if things are going to bottom out. People that love characters and are seeing these books come down now are grabbing books that they love, which is a good thing.
That's what's going to keep everything afloat. And like Matt said, curves, not spikes. You want to see curves. Yep. And when Jay referred, because I saw a comment, when Jay referred to all these new people coming into the hobby, he wasn't talking about like people on screen, people in the chat. He was talking about the people that would take like 40, 50, 60, 75 grand and go buy everything they wanted and drive the price up. You have a few hundred people do that, you're going to move the market, you're going to move the books, and people are going to follow. You're going to get that FOMO. So they started everything. Those are the people in the hobby that that Jay was talking about, not the new collector, the new reader, the people coming back to the hobby after years, not those people. That's not what Jay was referring to. Right? Am I right? I don't know. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, when speculation was hot, Duro was doing his thing. We were doing a bunch of channels were doing our things. The difference between us was, guys, if you go back and watch, never did we spec on a book and tell anyone to buy a book and sell that book on Gary's auction or sell it on our IG, because we were totally against that, because that's dirty shit right there. We always said, listen, go buy these books, guys, if it makes sense to you, if our points are valid, right?
I say in videos all the time, do not take what I say and run with it. Do your own research, do your due diligence. Read, look up 5 to 10 different YouTube channels, and if they're all saying the same thing, then go do more research. Don't just listen.
Back to what you were saying, Gary, it was investors coming in, it crashed. There was COVID. People were looking not only comics, sports cards, right? Just like I talked about.
It was everything.
And
Magic.
they wanted it,
Pokemon,
and of
Yu-Gi-Oh.
course, they wanted
everything.
to come in. They thought it was the next big thing, and it did go up. I say it all the time. I thought when COVID hit, prices were to go down. It did the total opposite of what I did.
Everyone was wrong.
Everybody was wrong.
Yep.
Everyone was wrong.
Now those guys are getting out of the hobby. People that don't love the hobby, people that were just looking to make a buck, they're out now. They're getting out, or they're on their way of being out, and it's coming back to people that actually enjoy comic books and enjoy collecting, enjoy reading. So hopefully we won the battle, guys, right?
And that's what's driving the prices down, which is a good thing. They're becoming affordable again. And more importantly,
Get back
I'm
to a
repricing
level.
all my books for Terrificon.
Get back to stable. And it's, you know what? We're gonna shift. We're gonna go to Terrificon, and awesome, Gary, on you for repricing, because I read a
All my
ton of
slabs
comics. I read a ton of comments that were like, prices were crazy at this show, prices were crazy at this con, that con. So we know that everyone should be stopping at Gary's booth to see up-to-date prices. Okay, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm actually pricing my books based on sales. There's a few that I didn't. There's a few books that have very few sales that I'm basing my price on, asking price on eBay. But
Gotcha.
a lot of a massive majority of my books are based on sales, not asking.
If you guys want me, I'll let you in on a major secret.
Uh-oh.
You guys want to make money? When it goes public, Hives on your Heine hot sauce. Just
Here we go. Here we go.
hop on
Yes,
that.
William.
Oh God.
Oh,
Wes knows the secret right here.
yeah, because she's funny.
Funny.
All right. Let's talk
All right,
about
I don't want to
Terrificon.
take too much time.
Wait, stick around for this, because you're kind of part of this. So our boys over at 3 Men in the Basement, okay, they got some cool things planned for Terrificon. All right, so one of the things I think they may make an appearance next week with the boys here, just to talk a little bit more about what they got going on. But one of the things they wanted to just tease real quick is they're doing a little bit of a scavenger hunt, and this is right up Guy Forge's alley. He's probably pissed that we didn't think of this first. But I'm not gonna read this whole thing, but I know Gary's a part of it, so I'm gonna read and then Gary just jump in real quick. So 3 Men in the Basement vendor dealer scavenger hunt rules. Stop by the 3 Men in the Basement booth and get your beginning stamp. You get that stamp by subscribing to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Figure out each of the vendor dealers by the clues provided below. Then each day stop by their booth to get a stamp. Once you've completed 10, you'll receive a raffle ticket and win a CGC slab. The winner will be chosen each day 1 hour before Terrificon ends. So basically, go to their booth, scavenger hunt, fill in the questions, get your 10 stamps, you get a ticket to get in, and they're actually pretty cool prizes. He'll talk about that next week. So Gary, are you part of this? What did the boys over at 3 Men say to you?
I am
this?
a part of this, but does anyone like it? You're just filling out the blanks. You're not running around taking pictures, or do you have to take pictures of stuff?
Based on what this is saying, it sounds like you're just figuring out which vendors you need to stop in at.
All right. Well, number 5 is really easy.
Or you
Someone
could
say
just
very Jerry.
hop on 3 Men's channel, and I'm sure they give it descriptive, in-depth video on the scavenger hunt, which is going to be awesome.
100%. So he's gonna, and I think Otto's coming on to tell you a little bit more about it next week. But definitely head over to 3 Men. They're definitely outlining it on one of their videos over there. So link is in the description, of course. So basically, Terrificon's going to be a blast. Community Northeast show, love it. Not much more to say, right?
This guy, when you bring him on, Otto comes in like a bull in a china shop. Sometimes you gotta just mute him, let him cool
him
off,
out,
and then bring him back out a second time. That's what we had to do, right, Jay? Didn't we do that in one of the auctions or something?
Yep.
Yes.
That was amazing. He came in like the ultimate warrior, and you were just like, nope, and you just clicked him out.
He was
Quick
shaking the
timeout.
ropes, and Gary goes click.
That's it.
All right, Gary.
Yeah, you sticking around for Cash It or Trash It?
Me?
Yeah.
How long? I don't want to. No, you guys do your thing. I don't want to take. I feel terrible.
Gary, look what I
was a
just
blast, dude.
unboxed. You may like this one. Look.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh,
cool.
see, that's cool.
Are you getting these at all?
No, I'm
I-
not getting those. I don't have any.
I
I've
got
only
the
have a
Miles
very
one
small
like that.
handful of Funkos.
This is dope. I ordered the Miles one. I pre-ordered it, but
Me
this is
too.
pretty dope, man.
Shout out UniX on that Miles one.
Yes, sir.
That's
These are
cool. I like
crazy.
that.
All right, can we get to
I
cash
like the
or trash
ones-
it? I mean,
Yeah,
I like
got
the
work
ones-
tomorrow.
Yeah,
I like
got
the
work, too.
ones with
I'm
the
gonna
comic
bail.
book on the back.
I'm gonna leave. Don't forget to vote,
the
right,
that
Matt?
is-
That's in the link and
that's
whatever.
what it is.
Whatever. Jay, did
Yeah, it's
you
pinned
vote?
to the top.
No, I would feel very. I've never voted for anything a day in my life. I never voted for a
He's
president.
such a fucking bullshit artist.
I swear on my kid, I have never.
You've never taken an online survey.
Yes, I've taken an online survey.
That's
and
all. It's
things
the
I
same
voting.
It's a
thing.
survey.
and things I believe in. I don't
Oh,
believe in
get the fuck
politics.
out of here,
All right,
Gary.
I don't
All
believe
right,
in
Gary.
politics, and I don't believe in the MCU.
All
All
right.
right, Gary.
Well, thank you.
All
guys
these
so much.
motherfuckers are crooks. Every last one of them.
Hey, I'm
With
excited
their own
to see everybody
agenda.
at
With
the
their
review.
own agenda, all of them.
Can't wait to see you, Gary.
Yeah, our agenda is just have a really good live show. I mean, I don't know if that counts.
There you
No,
go.
No,
There
not
you
you.
go.
Not you.
Oh, okay. This is our survey, though.
You're getting Gary all nervous now. Come on.
You're an honest Abe, Gary. Come on.
Hey, that's me.
All right,
All
brother.
right, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for everything.
We'll see you
Appreciate
next
you,
week,
dude.
brother.
Yeah,
Link in
yeah.
the chat.
I'll see you guys Friday. Maddie, Saturday?
Saturday.
Guy, when you getting up there?
Saturday.
Saturday.
He's
All
my-
right.
he's
Jay,
my
I'll see you
ride.
Friday.
I'll be up there Friday, high day.
Whoa.
Oh God, here we go.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
All right, later, dude.
Bye-bye.
All right. Cash it or trash it. The extended cut. Guy Forge, take it away.
We're really doing cash or trash it?
Yeah, we're doing
No.
that. We're doing that now. We got 170 in here. Now's the time.
170
Yeah.
for the infamous. Wherever it is, Matt, you might want to run it, but
Oh, I'm running it.
you're running it?
But you keep clicking on me here, so you keep switching it up. I got you.
So go ahead, run
You
that
stay
shit.
there, and I'm.
Who's dancing? Who's dancing?
Let's go. Let's go.
Guys, we got an extended version tonight. I drank a lot of water, so this way I don't feel parched for this wonderful version of Cash It or Trash, or as Jay calls, Bash It or Trash It.
Bash it or trash it.
But this should be fun. We're gonna put the stuff to the side so maybe Maddie can see the chat as we start going.
But
just like
tell
we normally do.
give us. Wait, there's two things, right? We didn't see any of these.
Yeah,
And
no.
what's the rules?
This is
What's
all,
the rules tonight? Go ahead.
So this is all news to everybody. So I haven't shared any of the Cash It or Trash It with anybody. So it's gonna be a surprise for everyone. I was gonna do a special Terrificon one, but maybe we'll save that for next week before the show. We'll do a special Terrificon, maybe Cash It or Trash It for next week. That should be a good one.
I
But
feel that
Jay,
heat
yeah.
festering through me like the
Stop,
emperor
Jay.
right now.
Maddie, how high and tight did you go with this haircut this week? Let me see that.
It
by the way,
wasn't.
'cause
I went a little lower. All
right. All right.
'Cause
I'll
you
wait
called
until
me
next
Chet.
week. I want a
You called me
fresh
Chet.
fade. A fresh fade for Terrificon. So
Oh, hold on. You know
Um,
what? Fuck it. I'm bringing it out.
What
The fuck
something?
is he
I
doing?
did. I thought he was taking his pants off.
he's bringing the gong out.
Oh, he's bringing the gong out.
He
He's
is.
bringing the.
I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do it. There
gong
it is.
is
There's
out.
the gong.
The gong is out.
So,
Let me hear it.
Guy, how many we got?
Let
How
me
many
hear
we
it.
got tonight? And how many? That's not a gong. That's like a dinner bell. It's a
a
fucking
dinner
budget
bell.
gong.
The gong
Oh,
is out.
You got to put a pad on that shit.
Steal,
or something.
steal my gong too, Tom. Steal that too. You stole everything else from us. You took cold
Wow.
keys. Take my gong now.
Oh God.
Wow. Okay.
What do we got tonight, Guy? And how many
So-
trashes can we use? Let's how many you have?
There's about-
how many
there's
can we
about eight-
use?
There's about 8 topics tonight. Okay, we're doing
Okay.
8 topics. We doubled up. We doubled down for this version of Cash It or Trash It. We're still going to call Cash It or Trash It. You can only use. This is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to give you 4.
Four.
I'm going to give you
Okay.
4 trash hits. So I'll go 50%. We'll go 4 trash
Fair.
hits. I think that's fair. So you can't
Fair.
trash everything, Jay. You got to make sure you hold yourself. Okay, and you don't even know what's coming. That's the key here.
It's true.
You don't know what's coming. So we're gonna go and we're gonna start this. Everybody's having fun with it.
Thorough. I see you, Thorough. I see
Yeah,
you,
I know. Okay, so let's start the show with this one. So Jolo Mariduena rocks his comic accurate Blue Beetle suit in a new set photo. This is the kid from Cobra Kai, and obviously he's playing the Blue Beetle, guys. Okay? Check this out.
Oof.
Is this on the? It's Cash the Girl. I Cash the Girl.
I know. I knew. We're not cashing the girl right now, Matt. Okay?
I need you to be very specific with each one and tell us
Is
exactly
this-
what are we cashing or trashing. All right?
So
we're
obviously
very
his suit-
specific.
His suit is very comic accurate. Okay? But I'm gonna take that into consideration when asking the question, is this going to be good?
Who you starting with?
I'll start. Jay, remember you only have 4. I'll start with you, Jay.
So, all right. One, I just want to say this kid got really fat in the last season of fucking Cobra Kai.
He was
So I hope-
disabled.
Huh?
He was coming off a major injury. Give him the guy a
Not
break.
not in real life, dude. Yo, I'm this right here. I would have cashed anyway. I want to see Blue Beetle. I'm cashing. Is this going to be on the WB or is it going to be on HBO Max?
I
That's a
don't
good
know. If
question.
anybody knows, please
Because that's huge
put it
for
in the
me.
chat.
I'm gonna
That's-
say HBO Max.
Okay, HBO Max.
Yeah.
I'm saving the gong, guys. I'm cashing it. I'm cashing
A
it.
lot of trashes.
Okay.
A lot of trashes.
A lot of trashes in the air.
I
Maddie,
think the
what do you
chat
think?
should be limited to 4 as well. The chat, you are now limited
Chat,
to
you're
4
limited
trashes.
to. No, they are.
Okay.
They are.
Yeah,
Keep
All right,
track.
I'm-
Keep
I'm
track of
cashing.
yourself.
Rule. That's the rule today.
I'm cashing it. I'm cashing it as well. I like the kid. I think Blue Beetle, again, not a character I know a ton about, which can work to your favor when watching these shows.
I think
because,
it may be a good thing. Correct.
yeah. So I'm cashing it. Let's move on.
Well, I'm gonna cash it before we move
You're not
on.
allowed to.
So I think why not?
Because you already know what's coming,
All right.
and you
Yeah,
can
you pick
decide
these.
your
Yeah,
things
yeah. You
before.
come on, guy. You're the host. You're the host.
Yeah.
You're the
Here we go.
fucking Chuck Woolery of this motherfucker.
Next up, we have Jay's
Okay.
favorite movie coming out. So, with all the info on plot leaking and villains, Namor, Riri, dare I say it, Doctor Doom, is this going to be good, guys?
Oh,
Who
we're
you starting
going
with?
very general. Very
We're go-
general.
yeah,
on,
no, I'm starting off general. This is
okay.
is this movie going to be good? But well, listen, we've bashed some movies lately, so you have a lot of things that are potential things. Again, we have potential stuff going on. You got plot leaking. You know what's going on in the movie already. We got villain leaking. We got Namor coming. You have possibly Riri. You have possibly Doom. What more do we need to throw in here? Is it going to be good? The movie.
I'm gonna.
I'm-
How many?
Yeah.
How many cash to the trash hits do you have today?
4. You have 4 trashes.
And you
I
have
only
8
get
total.
to use 4 trash, but how
8.
many?
8
8?
total.
There's
I'm
8
cashing
total.
this then. I'm saving my trash. I'm gonna cash
Okay.
it.
Okay.
We're getting a lot of trash hits, guys. Again,
I'm on the fence. So I will also say cash it. Namor saves it for me. Without that, I think, yeah, I'm just cash it just because I'm saving trash hits.
Okay. Listen,
I like it
know
enough to
what-
say cash it. You know what I mean?
Me too. I agree, and I think we had a mixed batch, but I'm going to say there was more trash hits than cash hits on Black Panther.
I think, yeah. Well, now I'm starting to see a bunch of cash hits, so we'll see.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this one. I'm gonna roll with this one because I'm excited for this, and I think you guys are just gonna. I know where you're gonna be with it, but I threw it in there anyway because I wanted to see what the community felt. So Miss Marvel ended, right? Now that the series is over, now that we got some theories coming out, now that we got some music being played, what was your overall thoughts on the whole series, Jay?
I liked it, dude. I thought her friend was hot. She kept me watching.
Fuck yeah. Cash
thought,
it.
listen, for
I
what
think
it
was an easy
was,
one.
it was what it was supposed to be, right? A kid-friendly superhero show. Did I like, spoiler alert, I mean, it's been out 3 weeks now, that she's technically or supposedly the first mutant? I don't know about that, but for what it was, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was darker than Thor, which is sad, right? It was probably darker than Thor. So I want to fucking trash something so bad. I can't trash this show though. I can't. And I'm honest with all my shit. You guys know that.
Don't worry, there's more coming. You got time.
I'm cashing. It was better than expected. And that was a pleasant surprise. And I didn't run to watch it every week, but I was interested in watching it every week. So to me, it did what it was supposed to do. It was a pleasant surprise. I liked the actress. I liked the family. It was funny when it needed to be. It was a cool comic book. It felt comic booky. Cash it. Very simple.
DJ Links, you have it right, my friend. Her great grandmother in 1942 got me a little al dente. I'm not gonna lie,
Smoke, bro. Absolute
You got to
smoke.
take into consideration the bush, though.
I'll take
Dude,
it.
I'll weed whack that shit.
I'll take a flamethrower to this place. Anyway, okay. So next up, guys, just waiting for Jay to trash it. Rumor had it that Steven Spielberg was going to direct Fantastic Four. Jay,
I fucking cash that too, dude. I'd rather Spielberg do like, you know what I mean, than this other guy, whatever the fuck his name is.
let's do this.
Like,
Let's do this. Let's do this. The chances of him directing Fantastic Four.
Oh, slim to none.
So
Slim
you
to
would
none.
trash that.
No, I'm not. No. You said him directing Fantastic
No, but
Four.
I'm saying it right now. I'm changing it to the chances of him directing Fantastic Four.
Trash it.
Because that was what the rumor was.
Trash it.
Okay.
Now,
Trash it
I'm
if he was gonna do it.
if he was
trash
going to
it
do
that
it,
he
obviously,
is going to
I don't
do
think I don't think Steven Spielberg really puts out bad stuff. So
Yeah, cash. If that's the case, cash it. If it's what are the chances? Trash it.
I think everybody has the same idea on this one. The chances of him directing it is pretty much slim to none.
Yeah.
Can I get
where
some
that rumor
trash?
came from.
Come on, guy.
Yeah.
They put
We
trash
may need
hits.
an extra one.
You're throwing us curveballs here.
Well, here you go. Ryan Gosling recently debunked MCU Nova rumors, but wants to join the MCU as another hero. Could we get Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider?
Go ahead, Jay.
See, I don't like what you did here, guy. You threw up Nova and Ghost Rider. So this dude is a herb. He
debunked Nova, which he
Okay.
probably would be perfect for. Honestly,
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say he'd be perfect for Nova. Ghost Rider's way
and
too
said he wants to
badass.
play Ghost Rider. So
This guy's a cornflake. No way he could play Ghost Rider. Fucking trash that. Trash it.
he was waiting to hit that fucking thing.
Yo, Jay, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Give me a gong hit.
2? Oh, me and you?
Double trash, double gong. The gong is gone.
The gong is.
Yeah, I can't see Gosling. I mean, I like Gosling in certain roles, but not as Ghost Rider because all I'm gonna see is the fucking Notebook. I don't want my fucking Ghost Rider playing it. If my Ghost Rider's even seen the Notebook, I don't want him to be fucking Ghost Rider. That's it.
I'm gonna put this up for the next one, and please don't throw the gong. That's all I'm gonna say. Please don't throw the gong. So we're gonna say cash it or trash it, even though I know where it's gonna go. And I'm gonna say like 4 words. Let me get the 4 words out first, Jay. Okay? You ready?
He was pretty good in Drive. DJ Link's got a point, but still, I don't want to see.
Jay,
this. I don't want to see.
Jay, you ready?
I'm waiting.
Yeah. Come on, you're building this up. Oh no.
Doctor Doom, the Conquistador.
Oh no.
Don't throw
How
the
much
gong.
time? How
Don't
much
throw the
time do
gong.
you got? How much time do you got
Let me just say it again. Doctor Doom, the Conquistador.
How bad does that sound? Listen.
Well, wait. Before you got into it, can we explain the whole rumor? Because I didn't even
Go ahead,
want to bring...
explain. Explain.
Okay. So there was a report out, and again, this is complete rumor. It could be just somebody trolling, that the Doctor Doom project would feature he would no longer be from Latvia. He'd be from a Mediterranean country, and
It
he
might
would
be called Latvia still, but
it may be right, but it's going to be Mediterranean, and Doctor Doom would be a conquistador.
Hello.
Played by. Finish it.
Played by I can't remember his name. The guy that played No Country for Old Men,
Javier Bardem.
Which I think
I
don't
like
wanna steal
Javier
Jay's
Bardem.
thunder. So go ahead, Jay. You started
You
off.
want me to start? All right, I'll start with
You can
Javier
start, baby.
first. This is why I'm off social media, right? Everyone's like, oh, this guy's a good actor. He was in No Country from Old Men, which he played a good part. I was 26 when the movie came out 15 years ago, and he looked old as fuck. And the movie was boring as fuck to me. And would he play a good Doom? I believe he would. I wish they would go in a little bit younger direction than this dude, right? Good actor in the one movie I seen him in. Yeah, a little bit of a slow, boring movie. Yeah, I know a ton of people liked it. A Conquistador? I don't get that. Why not why not have him where he's from? Like, why change that? Most of his lore comes from his home country. There's so much. His character is probably the richest storytelling from any character in Marvel as where they're from, right? Because there's so much history from where he's from. So I fucking trash that shit, dude. I don't understand. Why would they make him a conquistador? I don't get it. Like, just leave some shit alone, dude. Feige, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Hit the gun.
So I'll keep it short. I'm not going to get mad at this until it becomes a reality, right? But if my choices are Conquistador Doom from Mediterranean or no Doom, I'm going with no Doom. Just don't bring him in. So I 1000% trash this. I'm hoping rumor, just false rumor. Trash it. Hit the gong for me, Jay. Get this shit out of here. Fucking done.
Get it out of here, dude.
Are you guys happy you saved your guns?
Don't ever bring that up again, guy.
Yeah, seriously, dude. It's like,
Sorry,
yo,
I
listen, I get it,
apologize.
dude. Can we get a younger Doom,
news.
bro? We got to
It
get
was
this
news,
guy.
man.
Oh God.
So to make yourself feel better, Jay, imagine waking up to that in the morning. So obviously, next up,
It's been worse, dude. It's been worse.
Yeah, I was about to say that's probably in the top half.
so next up for everyone is we're gonna get She-Hulk, right?
Yep,
That
that's
next up?
August.
Okay. So obviously they went through a lot of corrections. You've seen a lot of stuff on social media as far as what they corrected with the CGI, because that was first off the first thing that people fucking complained about. I was one of them. I'll put it there. It looked. I didn't complain about it, but it looked weird to me. So I just obviously spoke my my theory of it. But they did change a lot from what I could see. This very, very simple with this. With what you've seen and the changes they think, is this going to be a good show?
I think that She-Hulk is going to be much like Miss Marvel, where you already know what you're getting from this character. You're going to get, like Matt talked about in the past, some courtroom humor mixed in with some She-Hulk. The Hulk's in it, so I'm ready. You know how I feel about that. I think it's not going to be as good as fuck it, trash it.
I think you're gonna.
just wanted to
Fuck
trash
it.
it.
I'm listening to myself and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm listening to myself and I'm like, this guy sounds like a douche. Fucking trash it.
That is the best thing I've ever seen.
Because he was trying to convince himself and he couldn't. That's the problem.
I couldn't.
Oh God.
So here's the thing: we know we're gonna get a lot of cameos in this, right? Maybe not a lot, but we're gonna get some cameos. That's needless to say. We know that because of what her job is going to be and her job description is. You know you're going to get a lot of training from the Hulk, which I know you're going to hate, Jay. So my over under, I give it 2 episodes that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, like
That's
I
what I
said,
say.
I'm not expecting anything fucking major here. I don't know.
Maddie, cash it or trash it.
Cash. I'm gonna cash this because I'm not expecting a home run. But if you give me doubles all game, I'm okay with it. And I think that's what you're gonna get here. I think it's gonna be extremely comic accurate from the standpoint of the tone of the show, because that's that funny comedic breaking the fourth wall. That's what you're gonna get. I think it's set up good for a series. I think it's what's important is, like you said, we will get some cameos, which will be cool. But what was set up in Miss Marvel with the damage control and the community for or against superheroes and the government for or against superheroes, I think is going to really play out. And this will become like a cog in the wheel for that overarching theme, because we know right off the bat, and we spec'd on this a year ago and said that this would be the storyline that this series would follow. And it's them, I can't even remember the names of the lawyers, but the firm that she joins to basically litigate superhero laws and defend superheroes. And I think that's going to become a cool part of the MCU. Not a major part, but I think it's going to become like a cool little side story. And I think this will be the jump off for that. So for all those facts, I don't expect it to be Grand Slam. I'm going to cash it.
Okay, I think most people are thinking they're going to like it. So I'm going to finish with this one. This wraps everything together, Jay, and just makes you feel good at the end of the day. I feel like we're going to hear a lot of noise coming from your end right now, whether it's the front end or the back end.
Like,
who the hell knows?
Sounds like you're describing a rib condom. You got to wrap everything together and make it feel nice and comfortable.
I don't know how that correlates. I don't know what analogy you were using there, but
Disney Plus, Jay. Disney Plus as a whole, maybe as an asshole.
Yeah.
Overall, Jay,
I feel like Jay's used 4 trashes already, though.
No, he hasn't.
No, let me see what I trashed. I trashed She-Hulk. I trashed Doom.
Gosling.
Gosling. Yeah, I only used 3.
That was it?
Yeah.
That was it.
Okay.
And the Steven Spielberg thing, I mean, that was a trick question.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Question. Yeah.
All right, so Disney
Plus as a whole, is it successful? Do we cash it? Do we trash it?
Keep that up there. Can you keep that up there so I could go through each one real quick?
Oh
yeah,
God,
please.
Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So Disney, the old school Disney movies, I love. All like the nostalgia of like, Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella and stuff like that I could rewatch with my son. The Robin Hood with the fox and all that shit is great. The Pixar is great. Marvel, not so much, but then you got to take into consideration you get this 1970s Spider-Woman and the old Spider-Man shows and the X-Men shows. Star Wars, the same thing. You get the animated Star Wars, you get the Mandalorian. National Geographic, I love to watch. I used to love looking for boobs in the magazines back in the day when I was in elementary school. Nothing like seeing a third world boob while you're in like 3rd or 4th grade. So overall, Disney, I gotta cash it, dude, for everything as a whole. That the Marvel shows, for the most part.
Well, this is Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, I gotta cash, dude, because I do enjoy all the old school content on there.
I'm shocked.
Threw me for a loop.
So Disney Plus, I like the fact that you can go back and get all that content. I like the Star Wars content. Fuck. If you ask me MCU Disney Plus shows, I'm trashing it. I don't think they know how to make Marvel TV shows yet. I still think they have a long way to go to figure out how to make them successful. I think they've had a few hits, but there's just so much inconsistency. So they're not there yet on how to make episodic shows that make sense. Okay.
DJ
so
Links.
that I'll trash, but you know what? I think Jay's right. As overall, I like the Star Wars stuff, and I like the fact that I can go back and watch all the shit in one place. So I gotta
So
catch
you're
it.
saying
I gotta catch it.
you're saying Disney Plus is pretty much
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Right.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think-
a category? Is that
Matt-
a category? Is that a choice? Yeah.
On Disney Plus, the good outweighs the bad.
Sure. I'll go with that. If we're doing just Disney Plus, it's got to be cash. If you ask me, MCU shows, trash.
Right, exactly. But we went as a whole. We went as a whole.
As a whole.
Disney Plus. Yes, we did.
All right.
I just
What do you
I
think?
wanted to see what you thought. Me. Oh,
Yeah, I want to know on this one. This one I want to know.
I love it, man. I can't. The fact that I can go to Star Wars and watch it with my kids, and now they're actually into it. We literally bought a new car tonight, and the car is called Stormy, like because
There you
the
go.
car is a stormtrooper. So
Boom.
very cool, very excited. Yeah, maybe they don't know all of what they're doing, but you know what? You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. So
I feel like you just wanted to use that saying.
it just came out. I don't know why.
Yeah. All right. So that was the extended.
Remember
I
we
like
used to
the
make
rules.
Davis Ryder dance to this shit?
Yeah, that was the best.
I like the rules aspect of Cash or Trash It. I think we should try to mix it up, and I think we should do it and like throw some curves in here once in a while. I like it.
Did everybody have some fun with that one in the chat?
I like that. Yep.
So
All right, boys and girls, you know what time it is. New Comic Book Day show. New comics today. I know we usually do this on Monday, so, you know, some of these books you may have read already. Some of these books you may have went and bought your new books already, but we're going to talk about some new books anyway. All right, so a little different. We usually do it ahead of time. But the New Comic Book Day show is where we pick our top 10-ish picks of the week. July 20th, 2022. We picking books based on the story, based on the cover, or based on a little bit of speculation. Also, our boys over at comicbookinvest.com, they got that new Comic Book Day pull list from Chris Nelms. And basically, they break down what we break down, but they just do it a little differently. They got all the full list of the ratio variants for the week. He picks books a little differently than we do. So you're going to have like kind of like this all-encompassing thing every week to cover you for New Comic Book Day. So, without further ado, let's get into some books.
First up, guys, my pick, Rogues Gallery. Solicitation reads, The Scream meets The Purge in a home invasion thriller. I was the victim of a home invasion, true story. Maybe I'll get into that one day on the Defects. Fucking crazy night. So I'm going this, and it's an independent book, and they've been killing it right now. So just looking for a good story to read. There wasn't much this week to choose from, but this is what I'm going with, guys.
Yeah, we noticed that right off the bat. Jay was doing some homework on this week, and he said, "Maddie, there's not much this week," and he was right. But you know, the indies, that's where the stories have been. You know, if you take out the names, right? If you take out Marvel and you take out the Iron Mans and the Avengers and the X-Men, and you make the playing field level, the indies, the stories have just been crushing it. You can't. There's no comparison story for story. So,
and listen, who didn't like Scream when it came out, and who didn't like The Purge?
just guy.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking of guy,
Coming from the guy that didn't like No Country for Old Men.
who said that?
Me.
Jay didn't like it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. Well, listen, guys. I'm coming off of last week. What I was talking about, I'll talk about it again because I think these covers are absolutely ridiculous. Black Adam #2 from DC. Cover A is pretty dope, man. I just love the color. You got that 1 in 25 DeMeo variant that I didn't pick, but Jay put it in there. And then you got the 1 in 50 Sarmento. Is that Sarmento? I mean, that's just crazy. That's absolutely
That's dope.
That 1 in 50 is insane, dude.
And I want to take a moment to shout out Uncle Frankie for picking those up for me, because he is on point and knew that I wanted those. That 1 in 50 is ridiculous. It really is.
New Black Adam. That
Yep,
cover
you
A
get
is
first
the
appearance. Yep.
cover A is the John Krasinski Reed Richards
Fantastic
variant.
Four. Can I show this as we're talking about this? Because I was able to pick this up. Actually, I didn't pick it up. My wife picked it up for me in Target. So Mrs. Forge, solid this week.
That's
Check
awesome.
this out. So you got little Black Adam over there.
Or
And
there.
then you got the Boss Logic. How
There you
crazy
go.
is this? And how high did this book go at some point?
I know.
You
I know.
remember this book?
Yep. Kidding me?
So, and I don't think it came down like a crazy amount. And to be able to buy it at Target for, you don't even want to know what I paid for this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
they got to be
that
a
was a good
reprint
pickup.
though.
It might
Mhm.
be.
I don't
Yeah, it
think-
might be a reprint.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
We
they
gotta
got to
look that up. We got to look it up. Hey, you never know, Jay. I mean, sometimes.
Nah, and the
those
only
Walmart
reason I say
exclusives-
that is because the Flash one is the first
Yeah.
appearance of Thomas Wayne, and that's an expensive book, and they wouldn't throw
Yeah,
that
you're
in.
right. You're right.
Those are all reprints.
Oh, yeah? Well, I got the original in 9.8, so I'm very happy about that. So,
There you go.
Oh, mic drop.
how you doing?
Keep it moving. How you
How you
doing?
doing?
All right, guys. I talked about Bloodstained Teeth from Image when it first dropped, and I was definitely excited to read it. Read the first two, have not read 3 yet. Another great original series about vampires, but a completely different take, an interesting dynamic, different story than you're used to for vampires. So a lot of people have jumped on this now. Let us know in the chat if you're reading this. A lot of people are saying this is the read of the year. I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely in the conversation. Has been very, very good. So my pick is just basically a story pick. I got to catch up on 3, and I definitely want to read 4. This has not been a disappointment yet. So if you're looking for something new to read, jump on Bloodstained Teeth from Image.
And can I talk about the speculation about this book real quick?
Yes, of
This-
course you can.
When you look into the future, this is actually going to be me at Terrificon Friday night.
Wow. Wow.
I had a few comments to say, but I better not say them.
There you go.
Bloodstained Teeth is in a different section of the shop. Yes, that is true,
Yes,
Cerrone.
it is.
This is absolute fire for Jay here.
Yeah,
My
so
God.
this was my pick of the week, guys. Catwoman number 45, just a cover pick right here. This book is going to get hot. I think this book is probably, I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say it's already selling over cover price. Souza Micah absolutely killed this cover. So here we go. Look at that. Classy. That's a fucking classy comic right there.
Is that just is it Kim Basinger vibes, or is it Kim Basinger? Like,
It's giving me some type of vibe, but that is absolute.
I'm seeing bloodstained teeth. What about bloodstained queef?
Yeah.
wow.
That's disgusting.
Wow. Oh my
Yes,
God.
Listen, Souza was supposed to come on, guys. She fronted on us, though. Dave, what happened?
I don't know. Well, it still might happen. We still may get her. Yeah, it's con season, so it's a little tricky. A lot
Is it
going
Michelle
on. We might get
Pfeiffer?
her on.
Cerrone,
Michelle
is it Michelle
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer? Is that who it is?
I'm seeing Michelle
Maybe.
Pfeiffer there.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little
Or
Pfeiffer.
Kim Basinger. Was it Pfeiffer who was? No, I thought Kim Basinger. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Keep
Kim
it moving,
Basinger
guy.
is
Forward-
Vicky Vale, dude. Come on, guy.
Oh, all right. Sorry, my bad. Well, next up from me, Usagi Sozumayaki Yojimbo. So this is number 29 over here. This is strictly cover, guys. I love this fucking dude. This dude is badass. Brings me back to the Turtles. Anytime, the hell's his name? Stan Sakai like does a cover and like he just kills it. So
Yeah, absolutely, Justin. Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much. Watched the show and said, "Fuck that,"
Yeah.
as most of our guests probably do. Oh God.
I think I
Yeah.
could take Usagi in a fight, dude.
I don't know,
He would
dude.
kick-
He's
He would kick
badass.
your ass, bro.
Nah, I think I'd fuck him up, dude.
Dave.
This is pretty cool. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, #1. I was looking forward to this one. Covers are fucking fantastic. The Art Germ cover. Art Germ's covers,
that one.
you can get watered down with them, but they're just so good. Like they're similar, but they're just so good. Each one just pops. I like all these covers.
I like the fading on this one. I like the I don't know what you call it. I'm trying to think of the right word, but like how it is like blurred in the front, like the depth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree, and that's what gives it a little different feel for this one for me too. In this one, Shang-Chi is trying to put down the rings. He's trying not to use them. He just wants to he wants to be his own man. He wants to fight hand to hand. Doesn't want to use the rings. And I think right off the bat, the rings don't want to let him go. Kind of have the rings have a mind of their own, and they attack two people. They try to attach themselves to Shang-Chi. He's got to wrestle with them to get them put away, and then the story goes on from there. So this to me is an interesting read, and I know they've done a lot of speaking about an MCU 10-ring show. So again, we always try to make the connections between the comics and the shows. So we had a Shang-Chi series that's out, and now we have this 10 Rings series that's out. So I'm definitely looking forward to taking a look at this one and at least reading #1 and seeing, is it worth keep going?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, shout out to my buddy George Deep, one of the great artists in our community. That saying motion blur. I should go back to my Photoshop days and understand what I'm talking about. The motion blur, I understand it now. Yes, you are correct. Thanks, George.
Some honorable mentions. What you got, Guy Forge?
Well, we got the Flash #784. This is the first appearance of the Night Flash. So that's kind of what Jay's going to have on fucking the first night of Terrificon.
Yeah, absolutely. More like a hot
I don't know if
flash.
there's going to be a Flash. It's just going to be night.
It might be over in a flash, but we got that AXE Judgment Day, #1. That Nakayama just knows how to draw women, man. He really does. He really does. And Emma Frost will get it each way, every day. So 6-issue limited series, 3-way battle between the Avengers, X-Men, and the Eternals.
There you go. Here's Marvel's major story arc of the summer. Let's see if they
which Jay shit all over already. So we got that going for us.
turn the trend around. So
Next
we got
up, you got
that going for us.
Avengers 58, first appearance of Ghost Ronin and Samurai of Vengeance, both on the cover. So there you go with that. Where they
Pretty
going
dope.
with this?
Pretty dope characters there. At least dope looking.
Yeah,
we'll see.
They're dope looking. Where they going with it though?
Seems like a face off to me. I don't know.
Yeah. He took his.
Oh, DJ Links. All I heard was 3-way.
Iron Man #21. At least newbie comics will be excited for an Iron Man book this week. First appearance of Switchback. Is that an Alex Ross cover?
Absolutely is.
I feel like Alex Ross just draws Iron Man now. That's all he does.
That'll be
Iron
me
Man and Captain
Saturday.
America.
That'll be me Saturday morning after the Night Flash.
I was gonna say I thought this was actually a live picture of Jay after reading about Thor: Love and Thunder and Gore.
rounding off the week, Gwenverse #4 from Marvel Guys. First appearance of Iron Gwen, because we need that in our lives.
I see. This is what I don't understand with Marvel. Like, they got the What If Miles, with Thor, was Wolverine. Then they got like the first appearance of Gwen as Iron Man, and what was last week? The first appearance of Gwen is some other shit. Just fucking stick to being Gwen, man. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
It's the whole storyline, though. So it's either have the storyline or don't, because the storyline is her traveling through the Gwenverse, and she's all different characters. I mean,
all these different verses.
Don't spec on any of these, right? Like,
no, I'm not saying that at
Yeah.
all. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? Like, come on.
No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But is anybody reading this? Let us know in the chat because maybe it's good. I mean, I don't know. It could be good. I mean, it's a dope DNA cover. I mean,
Yeah.
but is the story good? You know? Don't have the storyline.
I'm amazed, honestly. I'm amazed at these guys and how fast they can draw these things and how quickly they can put them out. Honestly,
I like old school
talk about a bunch of talented guys, but we have a bunch of talented guys that put out good stuff, like pretty dope covers every single week. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
DNA wasn't built for this channel. Let's be honest.
Friend of the channel. Friend of the channel.
He wasn't built for it.
He's not
the first question was uncomfortable. It's just, hey, you live in Hawaii.
It's not for that live action. You know, we'll promote the shit out of him. He
live in Hawaii. Check out chicks.
Anyway, that was the New Comic Book Day show.
I think I just said, "How's the view on the beach?" And like he said, it's pretty good.
No, he said, "I'm a family man."
Sand. I'm a family man. Yeah, very good.
Shout out David Nakayama.
Yeah.
He ain't watching. Don't worry about it.
Crazy art. I love it all.
He watches.
He does watch. That's it for this week's New Comic Book Day show. Again, make sure you guys check out that link to the New Comic Book Day pull list over on CBSI's website from Chris Nelms. Link is in the description as always. Definitely an awesome but different take on New Comic Book Day. Jay's looking around like he just took shrooms.
No, I'm looking around. I'm looking around in my old school comic books, and the art is just so much fucking better. I'll take a Zek cover any day of the week.
Oh yeah, well that's a different story altogether.
I'm not comparing. I just was making a statement. I was actually talking with people the other day, and we were talking about Fareed Karimi. He's all over the place with Marvel right now. The guy's putting out covers like crazy and books like crazy. It's amazing how fast these guys can draw stuff and put it out. Like he's like a machine, man. He's putting out every week for Marvel.
Well, not him.
But he's drawing a lot of stuff. Like Jay, you still have to draw it, whether it's digital, whether it's on paper. You still got to draw it. You got to come up with these ideas. You got to come up with, and you got to put pen to paper, whether it's a digital pen or whether it's a real pen and ink. You still got to do it. Like he's putting out stuff like he's a machine, man.
All right. I mean, I can't disagree with that. It's still very impressive what these guys do on a week-to-week basis, you know?
Can't wait to see you next week, George.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Please, please, please. It helps us a lot. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to listen to us, we're on all the podcasts. All right? Spotify, Jay's got the gong, Audible, all of them. iTunes. Just search Pressable Defects. We're out there. Check it out every week. Also, what do we got? I won't see you next week, but the boys will. I think they're going to have a special co-host. DJ Links, we appreciate you. Thanks for rocking the whole time. You guys all had amazing content in the chat tonight. Appreciate all the comments. It was great. I felt the show was positive this week, boys. It's been a few weeks, but I feel like we're leaving. Everyone's happy this week. It was a good show. Positive vibes.
I gotta be honest. Terrible mood before the show started. I'm so glad we talked about comics and the market and all that shit. I feel better.
See, and you didn't want to have Gary on, Jay. I mean, we love you,
Gary is always welcome here.
That's what I tell them every week. So I won't see you guys next week, but these boys will. I will see I think about 20 of you in the chat last week told us you're going to Terrificon. So I will see you boys and girls at Terrificon. Anything else before we get out of here? Guy, Jay?
No, that's it. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Me and Guy will have something. We'll come up with something. Matt will be in the background helping out. We'll get to come out with something.
San Diego Comic-Con. We got to talk about whatever happens there. So
yep, we'll talk about San Diego. We'll try to get
maybe we'll do a special. We'll do a special Terrificon Cash It or Trash It.
We'll do a Terrificon Cash It or Trash It. The guy's gonna come up with something good.
You know what Jay's gonna come up with? Since he's giving Guy something to do, I'll give Jay something to do. He's gonna give you some tips for navigating a con and getting a couple signatures here and there, just in case. Because listen, Some people still haven't done that, so it's a little good refresher course. I know you did one last year, so do a little one this year too.
He might give you little tips on riding a bull, but that's about it.
Oh, the after party's gonna be insane.
He'll give you
guys.
tips on the after party for sure.
Oh, I'll give you tips on that. It'll only cost you a beer.
There you go. All
Listen,
right, boys and girls.
if every one of our viewers buy me a beer, I'll be good, man. I won't have to, times are rough, dude.
That's a good point.
Shout
And
out-
he could just, you could get the Jay that you actually want to see and hang out with a lot faster if you do that.
A lot faster.
I'll
All
give
right,
you the
boys and girls.
dirty scoops.
Oh God.
Okay, wrap
We
it
might
up
have to
before
put
he
a
goes.
leash on him.
That's it.
We might need like one of those electric fence collars on Jay.
Just buzz. Bzzz.
Zzz. All right, we will. I'll see you people. I'll see you guys. Terrificon. If not, I'll see you on 2 live shows away. These boys will see you next week. We love you all. Defects. Jay showing. What is that guy?
The golden face.
Who the fuck is
Well, Pop?
Goldface?
Well, golden face.
Looks like green face.
Who is
Yeah,
that?
it's golden. It's golden face. That's
Oh,
That looks
Jim.
like
it is.
fucking. That's like Wes at Terrificon.
That's golden face. This shit's worth $40. This little fucking thing.
Golden Face sounds like a pissing porno.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. All right, before we get kicked off of YouTube, see you boys and girls.